is the World Methodist Social Affirmation. I will be reading the light type, you will be reading the dark type. We believe in God, creator of the world and of all people, and in Jesus Christ, incarnate among us, who died and rose again, and in the Holy Spirit, present with us to guide, strengthen, and comfort. We believe God. We rejoice in every sign of God's kingdom, in upholding human dignity and community, in every expression of love, justice, and reconciliation, in each act of self-giving on behalf of others, in abundance of God's gifts entrusted to us, that all may have enough, in all responsible use of the earth's resources.
Glory be to God on high, and on earth peace.
Yes, and goodwill toward men. For the beauty of the earth, for the glory of the skies, for the love which from our birth over and around us lies, for all to thee remains this starting of praise. Thank you, and if you would please greet each other with the peace of Christ, either with a hug, handshake, a touch, greet each other with the peace of Christ. We get to do that again.
Do that thing. Oh yeah.
This week was an incredibly busy week, and a lot of changes are going on here in the church as well as with me personally, as we're going through a bunch of letting go. Letting go. Allowing the Spirit of the living God to inspire us all to do what we can do in the best way possible to serve not only ourselves, but the rest of God's people. And one of the things that happened last week was our finance committee met, and as part of stewardship, they handed out some sharing of God's bounty handouts that were given. And in addition to that, they had opportunities to serve the Middletown church. So I think so far we've gotten one of those back. And so we would encourage others of you to review it and see if there's something that you would like to do to help our church. Right now we have 3 people on staff here, but they are staffed at a very minuscule level to do all the work that we're doing. And I was encouraged by meeting with our finance committee and our SPRC to turn over a lot of the things that I had been doing. And it's been a real challenge
It's all for challenges.
Yeah, but it's a challenge that God offers us in all of life. To make changes, to adjust, to do something different. And to do it with love in your heart. And to do it with a spirit of joy. And so that's what I'm in the process of doing. And I'm certain each of us can say in our lives there have been times that we've had to face something that maybe we didn't want to face because, I've been doing this for, 7 years and handling things, and all of a sudden it's time to release. And believe it or not, it can be a good thing. So I ask each of us to say, how can we best serve our church family here to make us the best people we can be for this community, to show God's love and light through us. In addition to those changes, we want to give great thanks for the folks who worked on our playground fence, perimeter fence. We don't have our gates yet, but we got the fence. Woo! And this has been something that's been on the trustees list maybe for about 3 or 4 years. So it's really exciting to have that happen for us. And I know if anybody's been at the Middletown Senior Center and you've come out of the Senior Center, you see a new sign on the side of the thrift shop. That's a really beautiful sort of quilty looking sign advertising the thrift shop, because believe it or not, there are still people in this community who have no idea that we have a United Methodist Women's Thrift Shop going on. Not only that, but half of the money that they generate from sales goes to support this church. Because, we're not a rich community, not by a long shot. And one of the reasons why you have a lay pastor is because we can't afford $45,000 a year for an ordained pastor to be here. So you have one who, well anyway, so I'm just here because I'm grateful. And I think
And we don't want another.
yeah, you are grateful ones. Yes, and may we all be grateful to have this place to come, bless you, to heal the wounded parts in us, to develop relationships of love and support, to find ways in which we can be the best us we can be, sharing our gifts with all that we meet, and sharing the love of God.